Professor Black Ops, cybersecurity for the people. You see it, let's get it. Energy chief says adversaries have the ability to shut down U.S. power grid using cyber attack. I've been saying that forever, but let's get into it. Let's hit the article. Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm on Sunday called for more of a public-private cooperation on cyber defense and said U.S. adversaries already have the capability of using cyber intrusion to shut down the U.S. power grid. I think there are very malign actors who are trying. Even as we speak, there are thousands of attacks on all aspects of the energy sector and private sector generally. Graham noted without mentioning the company by name that Colonial pipeline was hit by May with the crippling cyber attack by a ransomware group. Temporarily shut down gas line distribution networks in the South before paying the 4.4 million to hackers. She urged energy companies to resist paying the ransomware. Bottom line, people, whether you're private sector, public sector, whatever, you shouldn't have to pay ransomware attacks because it only encourages the bad guys. Granholm even spoke in favor of having laws that would ban paying such ransomware. She said, I don't know where the Congress or president is at this point. Asked whether American adversaries have the capability now of shutting down the United States power grid, she said, yes, they do. So the question was, does American adversaries have the ability to shut down America's power grid? The chief energy officer said, yes, they do. Former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice said the United States and other countries should talk countries such as Russia, which believes to be the origin of some of the attacks, about law enforcement's intelligent cooperation to shut it down. Rice said this would test the reality of how much the Russian government is or is not involved in these attacks. Granholm was on CNN, State of the Union, and NBC Meet the Press, and Rice appeared on Face the Nation of CBS. So here's another quick article. 100 days to stronger cybersecurity for the electric grid. The electric grid, a good start, but more is needed done. So as Biden administration gears up to rebuild America's infrastructure, the Department of Energy recently announced a 100-day plan to address the cybersecurity risks of the United States electric grid. So we're going to jump around a little bit. Implementing the cybersecurity takes time and money. Getting these companies to strengthen their cybersecurity posture will take time and certainly more than 100 days, and the cost will be great. However, the December attack is providing an incentive to address cybersecurity sooner rather than later. There's certainly a concern that if hackers did gain access to the Department of Energy and energy-related networks, they could destroy or alter data, worse, or take control of the operation. Even a partial shutdown of the power grid would have dire consequences. While not tied to a cybersecurity attack, the big February freeze that devastated the Texas power grid state caused the damage running into the billions of dollars and more than 100 people losing their lives. So like I said, the Texas thing wasn't a cybersecurity attack, but it was a national disaster, and Texas was really struggling with that. So imagine if that was a nationwide shutdown. Steps to improve the cybersecurity grid and the electric industry. With the 100-day initiative, Department of Energy is seeking energy industry input on securing the nation's energy systems. As security vendors looking from outside in has a few suggestions. First, make stronger security cyber measures mandatory than recommended. Next, minimize the interface points between the ISC and OT and the IT systems. Those are the controllers that run the power grid that actually handle stepping up and down of the grid. Finally, make its continuous improvements as always being updated and improving cybersecurity measures. Attackers are always finding new ways to get at what they want, so the defenders also must be using the latest techniques and technologies. For companies, this is probably meaning significantly boosting and maintaining a budget dedicated to people, processes, and technology. The entire supply chain of the United States electric grid needs stronger cybersecurity measures. The 100-day initiative is a good place to start, but a lot following on work will need to be. And a lot of these grids, and that's, you'll see it on the screen. I'm going to run a couple B-rolls and charts. There's some custom-made transformers that if those transformers break or bust, some of those transformers take a year to make. They're so big. They're actually brought in on semis. So if some of those transformers were attacked and getting taken out, it would take a very long time to get our grid back on online. So, and I think a lot of people don't realize that. I'll show a couple of the grids, like say while we're talking. Once again, something super short. I always said I believe the electric grid could be attacked and shut down by our adversaries. Professor Black Ops, cybersecurity for the people. Get you a generator.